G'day! We're going to do the unboxing and review for this newly launched PRISM M55 Mini LED QLED Google TV. Now, just to give you a bit of background story here, I'm not new to the PRISM Plus brand. I actually own a PRISM Plus TV myself. Now, this was probably about in 2023. I actually purchased the other one, which is the Q55 Ultra PRISM Plus TV, and that was on the Black Friday sales, and I've been actually using it for pretty much for about a year and a bit since I've owned it, and I actually use it as my primary monitor. You actually don't see it, but it is always running in the background on all this year and a bit time. Now, unfortunately, since my last filming, which you'll see in the video, which is about the HP one, I unfortunately, after filming, it had an unfortunate accident, and that is right after the camera actually turned off. One of my lights actually fell and pretty much whacked that TV. I can just show it to you here. It's not a nice, pretty sight here. So you can see we've got a big, massive crack here. Now, this is not a manufacturing problem. This is purely something that I've done myself, and I've got to say that hit was a big hard hit from one of my metal lights, and it's the corner, so it's quite sharp, so it actually took that impact quite a lot. And unfortunately, I'm just going to also share my experience on how the servicing for PRISM Plus Australia, and I'm going to say I'm pretty impressed so far. Now, anyway, let's continue on with this unboxing and review of this. So I'm just turn that TV off and let's get to the unboxing. Now, first off is I've got my good old trusty knife right here. Now, this is a big TV, you can see. So I'm actually going to probably put this on the floor while I actually do this unboxing. Now, to assemble the legs, we actually have, if you look, there's a A here, and on the TV itself, on the stand, there is an A. So match those up here, so you're probably looking at down there. Now, we've got a remote here, so that is fantastic. Now, interesting enough, because I've got two remotes, and the actual M55 remote is actually smaller here, and there is a different configuration for the remote. I actually kind of like that because I actually have the same TV, and the new one is a lot smaller in length, so that's nice. And definitely they've changed some of the actual buttons around. I kind of like the new button because most of the time I actually will press the stuff down here rather than up here. So this is one of the things that the old one, the Q55 Ultra, it's got all its buttons all up here. So, and this is actually more usable because most of the time I usually hold the remote down here. So that's a nice little thing. I like that. Just to give you a comparison there.
It's a 4K ultra high definition resolution, which is absolutely great for consuming multimedia and absolutely fantastic to connect to a computer as it becomes very versatile in its resolution and aspect ratio. Now, it also has a 555 nits brightness, and that's coming from this nice mini LED QLED, which is 50 times smaller LEDs than your traditional LEDs, which means you actually get much more darker in the blacks, which I actually compared to my Q55 Ultra. I definitely find that's more darker and also more vibrant as in brightness as well, which is absolutely great for those really lit up places and gives you a bit more versatility in how bright the room can be. And to put the cherry on top, it has a fast refresh rate of 144 Hz, which is absolutely great for gamers. This makes this TV even more versatile, and this is great for first-person shooters or even action games. And this is actually supported with the HDMI version 2.1, which is the latest HDMI, which is actually able to take on very fast refresh rates and high resolutions. And this is supported in HDMI input 2 and input 3. Measuring the color gamut coverage of the M55 Mini LED QLED Google TV, it resulted with 98.7% sRGB coverage, 78.3% Adobe RGB coverage, and 91% DCI-P3 coverage. Now, I find this very high for a TV, and I actually consider this good enough for video editing for an amateur video editor like myself.
Now, you've got features like Hey Google, and you can actually start some things, but at the moment my house has got a lot of Hey Google, so I'm not going to use that word, but you can actually initiate by pressing this nice colorful mic button on here and then start talking to it. What is the speed of the African swallow?
According to Medium, swallow flight is clearly very efficient, seeming almost effortless. So we'll
stop. As you can see, that's pretty easy to do, isn't it? And you've got a whole bunch of streaming services down here, like YouTube, you've got your Netflix. I've got Prime Video subscription, so let's go into there and have a look. Already installed, and you can just pretty much go straight through it. I'm just going to go straight over my stuff. I was started Bad Boys Ride or Die, so you can just go quite easy like this. As you can see, it's now just start streaming from where I left off before. So it's nice you can actually do that. Great video. See, that's quite nice to see. Very, very nice and clear, beautiful colors as well too. Very supreme. I've been using the PRISM Plus Q55 Ultra TV for over a year as my primary display. I've done a lot of video and photo editing on it, especially you've seen a lot of the videos that actually are on this channel would probably most likely have at least touched that TV that I actually use for video editing. And when I'm not video editing, I have played games on it and also consume a lot of multimedia. Now, I absolutely love it because of all the features, but it had some actual weaknesses. And having experience and actually played with this PRISM Plus M55 mini LED QLED Google TV, it actually resolves and actually addresses all those weaknesses. The first is actually the performance of the actual TV, and that is the startup time. Now, the Q55 Ultra startup around about anywhere between 8 to 9 seconds. Now, this is from sleep to actually waking it up, so that's as fast as it can go. And with the M55, you're looking around about 4 seconds, so that's half the time. So I really love that. I really don't feel as bad. So really love the actual from sleep to wake up, a lot quicker there. Now, the second part it addresses is actually the brightness and also the color accuracy. Now, the mini LED is a lot more brighter than the Q55 Ultra, and also the color accuracy. This is fantastic. Usually I have to move it across to my other display, which is a 34-inch Dell, to actually have the higher accuracy for the color. Now I can just most of the time leave it on this TV, which is absolutely fantastic here on the M55. So much higher color accuracy and color representation and color coverage as well. Now, the third weakness of the Q55 Ultra was its speakers. They were really, I have to say, appalling. It had two 10-watt speakers and it really didn't have that much oomph in it or volume, and also actually just the sound quality wasn't really there at all. I really had to get some extra speakers for it. On the M55 mini LED is a very different, it actually has two 15-watt tweeters and one 20-watt subwoofer. So you can see there already we've got much more oomph and power, and not only that, the sound quality is so much more fuller, and both of them does support the Dolby Atmos and also Dolby True Sound. So both sound fantastic, but definitely the M55 really stands out in the sound quality is just so much better. I don't need extra speakers on it, and it's a lot more louder too. So absolute fantastic job. Now, combined with all those nice features that I love from the PRISM Plus range here, which is the Google TV, able to install any of the Google TV apps. Absolutely love it there. We also have nice support for Hey Google, and also be able to get all those nice streaming apps on it. And with this, especially this M55 mini LED QLED Google TV, it also has that fast refresh rate of 144 Hertz. Combine that with that nice brightness of 550 nits brightness. This is absolutely fantastic also for the gamers as well. So you can switch into gaming mode. Now, I don't play first-person shooters, but when I do, this is great to see that it's able to cater for the gamers here. So you've got all those nice features. I can just so easily recommend the PRISM Plus M55 mini LED QLED Google TV. I also put a link in the description below so you can actually go look at having to see the price and also looking at purchasing it. Put a link in the description below. Now, I hope you find this video informative, enjoyed it. If you did, even support my channel, smash that like button for me. Share this video, it does help me out. And as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll see you next video.